Okay, good morning, everyone. I'd say I'm really thrilled to be here, and on behalf of all the employees of Pratt Whitney Canada, it's great to be part of this journey. Before I get started, I just want to say that it was great to hear Ms. Tilton, and did you know that her helicopters fly our engines? We're very proud of that. Also, before we get started, I want to show a little video to give you an idea of what we do, and hopefully to give you an idea of why we do it. We're very proud of what we do, and we've been in business for 85 years. The first 35 years were assembling and servicing engines, someone else's engines. And 50 years ago, we were given the mandate to develop our own engine. And we did that. It's called the PT6, and this year that engine's celebrating its 50th anniversary. Now, since then, we've grown to over 100 different models of that engine, and it's still flying strong. And what's neat about it is it's got significant power increases, significant improvements in fuel consumption, but all within the same envelope. So here's our PT6 engine.
What makes a legend? It starts with an idea, it grows with the purpose to delight customers, and it's born from victory. But the only legends that are truly worth celebrating are those that carry on long after the first victory lap, where vision, purpose, and success are ongoing. This is the legend of the PT6 engine. And now it's time for us to celebrate 50 inspiring years of turboprop innovation.
This partnership stands the test of time because you've got two very focused companies that are passionate about quality and reliability, and our customers love this airplane and they love this engine because this engine works day after day after day.
In every corner of this planet, PT6-powered aircraft are working hard, changing lives, performing vital missions. This is the PT6 engine. It's powered by our passion. It performs like no other. It makes a difference. It brings the world together. And the legend lives on.
So we're very proud of that, but our PLM team is even more proud of what we're going to be able to do in terms of transformation across our company with a integrated enterprise-wide solution using PLM. So that's why the title here you see is Powering Transformation, because that's what this is all about. It's not about an IT tool, it's not about an engineering-led initiative, it's about transformation. Now, I have to show you this slide because we're a Canadian company and we sell products to the US military. But so we have to declare that there's no technical data in this presentation. But more importantly, we've just gone live with the IPEC solution, the Intellectual Property Export Control Solution within Innovia. And I can say with confidence that we're going to be bulletproof in that compliance going forward. So that's a big step for us. Here's the agenda that I'd like to go through today, and it's to give you some snippets of how we're going to use our PLM implementation. And I stress this is a business implementation and it's across the enterprise. We don't have a business unit leading this, it's an enterprise transformation. Okay. Just a little bit about United Technologies Corporation. That's our parent company, 200,000 employees, and we're a major Canadian employee within that umbrella. We have 9,000 employees, 6,000 of which are in Canada, and the other 3,000 are all over the world. Some interesting facts about our company. You can read them faster than I can say them, but something that's important to note is that we have over 10,000 operators in virtually every single country in the world, and we work with every major OEM and all the major airlines. So we have a very diverse product portfolio. And speaking of that product portfolio, on the left two columns, you can see the applications that we serve: business aviation, regional airplanes, helicopters, general aviation, and the military. But half of our business is serving the aftermarket, maintenance, repair, and overhaul, spare parts, and servicing the customer through our 24-hour First Center. And that's where we see the partnership with Dassault as significant in developing an aftermarket capability that really doesn't exist in our space today. Some other, the past is all great, but what about the future? You see, we are the leading R&D investor in Canadian aerospace, and we're among the top 5 overall R&D investors in Canada of all industries. We have a very diverse product portfolio. We've brought to market over 100 different engine models since 1994, or the last 25 years. And we have, in all our business segments, we have multiple products currently in development. So you can say, sounds pretty good. Why do you want to transform? Well, the reality is, what you see on the left side there, there's been a lot of pressure on our business, especially since 2008 in the economic downturn. But you see, I'm sure all of you can identify with some, if not all of those elements there. And just a couple of examples. You see geometric growth. You see we have 50,000 engines in the field in all the countries. By 2020, we expect that number to grow to 70,000, and we'd like to service those 70,000 with literally the same amount of people that we're servicing 50,000 today. So that's a challenge. See, tribal knowledge. We've built our legacy on the experience of our employees, and when we look forward, within the next 3 to 4 years, we're at 20% of our employees will be eligible for retirement. So how do we capture all that knowledge within a platform that will allow us to be sustainable for future generations and not be dependent on that experience? Now, it's a transformation. I said it's not about IT, it's not about a business unit, it's about people, process, and tools, and that's what that's what our credo is. And at the end of the day, it's not about delivering a platform, it's about delivering business benefits and a user experience. And the user experience we're talking about both in terms of our customers externally and our employees internally. Simple cartoon to illustrate what we're trying to do, and you can probably also identify with that. I think you can appreciate that the aerospace business is very complex. There's a lot of integration that we need to do with the airplane, and that integration is increasing every day. But as we develop our products, we have very strong business units. You see the 4 key ones there: marketing, engineering, operations, and aftermarket. And we spent a lot of time optimizing our operations within those units. But as you all know, we don't deliver products vertically, we deliver them horizontally. So we see a key fundamental change going forward is taking those processes across the value streams that are jumping the gaps between the business units and bridging that gap through an enterprise value stream focus. That's one of the basic elements of this transformation. If you look at, with the help of Deloitte, we mapped some of our current processes, and we took one of our complex processes, but you look at that spider graph there, and that shows you what a simple system has to go through its life cycle. Around the perimeter are all the nodes, and the lines represent handoffs. The blue ones are value-added handoffs, and we hate to admit the brown ones represent non-value-added handoffs. That's today. This is where we expect to go in the future. Now you say, okay, it still looks pretty complex. Well, it's complex business that we do, but if you look at the numbers, you see the total handoffs, we go from 5,100 today to 1,550 tomorrow. You look at the total effort expended in the left-hand circle, 25,000 hours, we see a potential for a 62% improvement there. So you can see already the business benefits, and that's what this is motivating us to deliver this value. Okay, now in terms of, you saw about process, now in terms of architecture. Today, we run over 160 applications. Tomorrow, we look to reduce that by 50%. And just look, our bills of material. We run 25 different disconnected bills of material today with 51 different tools. You say, holy mackerel, how do you survive? It's amazing how we survive, but we do. But looking at the future, single version of the truth is another one of our credo. One bill of material, 3 authoring tools to do the same equivalent amount of work, but a lot better, a lot faster, a lot more accuracy. And looking at our tool set, we're very proud of the PT6 engine, but we're not very proud of some of the tools. Some of them are actually as old as that original engine. So we'd like to go into the modern day era with our tools, but equally important to have our tools be sustainable and scalable going forward. And now I told you there are 3 elements: people, process, and tools. I just showed you process and tools. And the people side of it is something that is proving to be a bit of a challenge for us because our employees are so focused on delivering customer delight, they don't want to change what they're doing today and jeopardizing how they deal with our customer. So we're using various media outlets to try to engage our employees and give them a taste of what the future will look like. So here is one sample video that we've recently done.
Welcome to the future of our business. In 2013, Pratt Whitney Canada began its journey to become a more competitive, agile company, poised to take on the challenges of a rapidly evolving global environment. The Eagle 360 initiative represents one of the most significant transformational opportunities for Pratt Whitney Canada in the past decade by connecting the enterprise across the entire value chain and throughout the product lifecycle. Let's look at Eagle 360 in action. Active fleet monitoring and in-service reports identify an opportunity for a major product improvement: the redesign of the fuel nozzle on the PW7-17. The P&WC program team immediately launches an assessment and reviews the requirements and implications of the product improvement as well as the potential for future reuse. The team has scoped the opportunity, secured the appropriate approvals, and is now ready to proceed. Working collaboratively with our OEM partners, suppliers, and customers, the P&WC team reviews and modifies the requirements impacted by the change and identifies the most efficient means by which to ensure compliance. Our supplier accesses the 3D definition and uses it to drive changes to its operational requirements. Collaborating with our supplier, the integrated team introduces the modified fuel nozzle in a single bill of material, enabling the rapid creation of unified assembly and in-service instructions. the fuel nozzle is ready for production. The material demand process is triggered. The team communicates with our OEM to advise them of the product improvement and associated implementation plan. The new product offering is launched and communicated electronically directly to our customers. Collaboration, connectivity, and continuity. Interactive 3D design and modeling. Top-line growth enabler. Real-time, single version of the truth. Eagle 360, the integration of people, processes, and technology.
With Eagle 360, we're transforming our business to meet the demands of an increasingly complex and competitive business environment. To go the extra mile that keeps our customers flying and creating a future that's very bright.
So that was an internal view of how we're trying to engage all our employees to embrace. And here's just some of the numbers, talking about numbers of the targeted improvements that we're aiming for. You can see on the left side, it's about personal productivity, and then on the right side, it's what we can do as an organization in terms of organizational throughput and asset utilization and real hardware spend. So you can see these are big numbers that we're going after. Now, why Dassault Systems? Well, as Guy mentioned in the intro, we've been engaged with Dassault since 1987, and you can see here our progressive timeline as we went from our CADAM and CATIA V2 through to 3D models, surfaces, DMUs, through to present day, our PLM implementation, and then next year we hope to launch our 3DEXPERIENCE whole integration. You recognize this here probably. This is the way we do things today. It's a rigorous process. We call it the passport process, a stage gate process, embracing our product life cycle of 30 years. As we go forward, we see embracing the Innovia methodology. We hope to take this into the 3D world, not only in terms of our product definition, but in terms of our processes as well. Now, adapting that to the capabilities of the 3DEXPERIENCE, we see that we're embarking on a multi-phase program. We're more than 2/3 of the way through phase one. And phase one is we're targeting specific pain points within our product life cycle, things that are giving us issues today. So those are discrete projects for our phase one. Phase two is now taking more of an enterprise approach, and that will be started in January of next year, January 2014. And then as we go into phase three, we fill the rest of the boxes in enhancing capabilities, and finally in phase four, which are all 12-month engagements. Phase four is we want to get into a predictive environment where we can predict upfront the behavior of our engines and then predict what our customers are going to see before they experience it themselves. And now, just to demonstrate some of these capabilities, I'll roll a video just and narrate over it to show you some of the things that we're doing while we're engaging these capabilities. So we're using, we've done a lot of case studies and use cases for capabilities, and we're very customer focused. So we start out by looking at an issue that a customer reports, and how would we deal with that issue within the platform within real time. So you have the reporting of the issue, and then it goes into our engineering office, and they analyze the problem, determine a solution. They give the solution to the program. The program has analytics dashboards in real time, so they can analyze the impact of that solution on our fleet, and through XLE look at other issues, similar issues where we can incorporate a similar solution. Then we use scheduling. We develop a risk cube to understand what the risks of implementing that solution are. And then we go through the whole verification and validation process of our requirements management solution. Now, systems engineering is a very important competency for us, and so taking the initial requirements from an RFP and then decomposing that into all of the disciplines requirements is a key competency for us that we want to exploit within this platform. And then as we go through that, I mentioned the, okay, here we go, and we're going to explode it into the enterprise bill of material, and so that we have the whole organization working on the single version of the truth, and we can have collaboration. We do collaborate globally with our partners in India and Russia and Poland, so that we can do real-time collaboration, but in an export-controlled environment. And then I mentioned the bill of material, a single bill of material, exploded view, and so that we can have all our disciplines ensure that they're doing their work in real time within the same context, so that we're all current, we're all working on the same version, and we all can collaborate in delivering the best solution. Now, I talked about aftermarket. Aftermarket is a key competency, and wouldn't it be beautiful if the same person who was designing how we build the engines in our shop is the person that's designing how those engines are going to be maintained in the field, and through interactive instructions on our service bulletin, so that instead of opening a paper document, you have an actual video display of what you have to do. And then being able to track those spare parts, track what our customers need through the field. Okay? Now, to get into the mundane, we're almost there. Where, as you know, we do a lot of things concurrently, and how do you integrate new capabilities into the current system without having to manipulate between two different systems? So we're looking at how we do that with respect to our program dashboards, and then with our unified instructions. How do we implement this solution into our current environment without, with getting the buy-in without disrupting current processes by evolving into them? So that's a little bit of a snapshot of what our realities are, where we are, and what our dreams are in this platform. And as I said, we're going to aggressively pursue this vision of the future that we've defined for you. And ultimately, it's all about delivering hard benefits to our customer and to our company. And the three words: continuity, connectivity, and collaboration. There's a number of my Pratt & Whitney, United Technologies, Aerospace Systems, and Sikorsky colleagues here today. And what we're at this conference for is to share information with you, but also to gain knowledge from you and to ultimately collaborate with you, so that we can all figure out the best way to leverage these amazing capabilities. Okay, thank you very much.